Welcome to another episode of This Is Anything Goes, and today it's 6 o'clock in the morning and I will be working on the Proton Inspira. I know it's been a while since I actually featured this car because, well, I wasn't using it for quite a while. The last video I had on this car, I think, was the seats wrapping. Okay, so today we are going to be installing a vacuum meter and a water temperature meter or gauge, depending on where you are, and I'm going to show you how we do that. Alright, so let's get to it. Okay, so first off, I will need to actually remove the air filter pipes here. So just two things over here, just pop it up, wiggle this out, and then I'll wiggle this out. There's just one connector over there that you just squeeze and push it away, and then I'll remove the battery. Okay, now that we have gotten the air filter box and the battery out of the way, now we have much more access to this place. So what we'll do is we'll install the vacuum gauge first. So what we will need is this T-joint. So this is actually 10 mm to 6 mm. Okay, the sides, these two are 10 mm and this is 6 mm. Okay, and where we'll be cutting is over here, this pipe here. Okay, this is actually from down here all the way to the brake booster. Okay, so I can actually cut it over here as well, where it will be a bit more hidden, but when it comes to servicing, it'll be a bit difficult. So I'm choosing a bit more accessible space, which is over here. So I'll be cutting it over here, and then I'll be joining this T-joint. And to cut it, I have this tool over here that is actually meant to cut something else, but it should work. Should be able to cut a straight line. It's like piranha, and it's very sharp. I hope you have not bought the T-joint yet, because I've discovered that the pipe, which is cut very nicely here, does not fit 10 mm, but instead it should go with a 8 mm. Okay, 8 mm. Okay, so what you need is 8 mm, 8 mm, 6 mm, 886. Alright, or if you go on the website, they will say 868, whichever way. You get the idea. Okay, so that's done. The T-joint is connected, and I use this type of clamps to tighten it. So make sure it's tight so that there's no vacuum leak. This one doesn't move around. Okay, then we'll connect the silicone hose over here, and I'll run it over here, hidden somewhere, and go inside here. From here, it'll go through the fender, down here, then go into the car from one place over here. So I explained that very clearly in one of my videos, which I believe I installed something. Yeah, the camera. So I'll make sure I put a link in the description. Okay, so I prepared 22 feet of red color silicone tube. This is it, and these are 5 mm over here. Okay, so the thing is 6 mm, so this will fit nicely, but I'm still gonna tighten it. Okay, and to show you how sharp this thing is, okay, check this out. It's almost like no effort. Okay, now that we have got the red color silicone pipe hose, I'm going to put it down here later. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the radiator hose, this one, and I'm going to install this 36 mm over here, somewhere around here. Okay, so I'll need to cut about this much. So one cut, two cuts, then install this in. Nice clean cut. Pipe cutter. Okay, so this is done. Okay, hidden just underneath here a bit. Okay, it's not the sensor, but I'll be taking out the sensor again to lengthen the wire because the one that came with it is kind of short. So I'll lengthen this by connecting another 2 wires, and then we'll run it through here. I'll probably put it down here along with these cables and then go in. Okay, so that's done. Okay, time to cable tie all this. Okay, and then go in here and then go into the car. So I'm gonna put back the air filter box and I'm gonna put back the batteries as well. Now that we have gotten everything, you probably see only a bit of the red vacuum hose here, and also this. Well, if I use a black vacuum hose, it will be so subtle that you probably don't even know it existed. Right, very nicely hidden. So what it does is it goes into the fender from here, then goes through here, come down, go in, and you have it coming in from here. Okay, so yep, this is my M wire, this is one of them is my camera wire, so this is the 2. Okay, so this is the vacuum hose and this is the water temp. Okay, so we'll push it to the side. Okay, so it comes up from there, and then I will have it go behind the player before I put in the vacuum sensor and then do the wiring for this. Okay, so both the vacuum hose and the wire, I run it through up to here, and this is the vacuum hose sensor. So I've connected it and then connected this and then pull it over to that side. Okay, pull it over to that side, and the other one also pull it over to this side. Okay, and then for the power, I know a lot of people will be condemning me for using household electrical connectors, but hey, it's convenient and it works. There's definitely no risk of fire because these connectors are rated much higher than what a car can produce. Alright, so yep, so there is 4 wires to the meter. Alright, the black one goes to the ground, which is over here. The orange one goes to the battery positive. The yellow one goes to the accessory, and the white one goes to the light on. Okay, so 4 wires. Yeah, I know it's a bit confusing, but that's why I'm explaining it. And yeah, you can see my wires are all with a lot of stuff. It's messy. I'll clean it up one day, but not now. Okay, so we'll put all this back and you'll see the result of it. Okay, that's done. Nice, very nice. So if you want to know how to install this meter cluster, make sure you hit the subscribe, hit the bell button so you get notified when I upload it. Alright, but damn, let's look at some night views. Okay, okay, very nice. So this is with the lights off and this is with the lights on, so it changes to 2 different colors, and you saw the opening which you can select later on. Okay, let's talk a bit about this DIY. So let's talk about the cost first. Okay, so I don't know if you can see me. I hope you can. Okay, so for the red color silicone hose, I bought in bulk 50 meters for 44 ringgit. It's actually much cheaper compared to buying an unknown length that I do not know how much I need. So I have spent a lot, which I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with it. Okay, so that's 44 ringgit for the red silicone hose. For the T-joint, it's about 10 ringgit. For the blue color adapter for the water temperature, that's about 13 ringgit. For the meters, each of it is about 70 ringgit. If I remember correctly, it's about 70 ringgit. So all in all, I'm quite happy because now I can monitor my water temperature as well as my vacuum gauge, my vacuum readings. Okay, so if you actually Google on how to read a vacuum gauge, then you will know how useful this is actually to tell the health of your engine. Water temperature, well, I had two openings here. I have no idea which one I want to use it for. So water temperature, it was that because I already got an RPM, I already got a tachometer. I have no turbo engine. I do not need a boost meter or an oil temperature. It's, well, not something I want. So water temperature is that. Okay, so overall this DIY took me a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours. The hard part of it was actually routing it into the car. Cause the hose that I got was pretty thick and it was a bit hard to maneuver around. Other than that, it's actually a pretty simple DIY. This meter is, well, these gauge ports are actually 3D printed, which is why you see in my channel I actually bought a 3D printer. Actually bought two. I'm not sure whether I will have released this video before I introduce the second one, or I've already introduced the second one before I do this video, so whichever comes first. Alright, so I have two 3D printers in which I print this out. Sort of copy a design I found online, but quite a big difference because mine is slightly lower and it's for 52mm meters. 52mm gauges, whereas the one online that I saw was for 45, I think, or 40mm. Can't remember, it was smaller than this, but mine is larger. And mine is the thin kind of gauge. Okay, it's the short kind. Okay, so I've actually used this for the last 2 weeks already. So far no vibration, nothing. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, that's about it. So I know I have not done this for a long time, but if you do think that this is useful and this helps, make sure you hit the like and also subscribe and the bell button if it still exists. It's been a while, to get notified on my future uploads, which I have a lot more coming. As far as I can tell, with the 3D printer, I have a lot of projects ongoing right now, but still fine-tuning. So if you'd like to see all those, make sure you hit the subscribe so you get notified. Alright, till then, I hope you learned something. See ya.